You can get started immediately and configure your Pro account according to your preferences. To do this, go to Services and click on the menu item AutoDNS Pro. The homepage gives you information about the current status of your configuration. You can activate the extended white labeling options under the tab Interface. After activation, you gain access to a number of additional white labeling options with which you can adjust AutoDNS to your corporate identity. You can specify the title of your domain shop under Name of Customer Portal. This can be, for example, the name of your company or a brand. This title will also be shown to your users in the browser later. You will be available to your customers in browsers under the customer URL you have just configured. If your white label domain shop under the configured customer URL resolves to your company domain, this domain must be managed in AutoDNS. If necessary, you can simply transfer it to AutoDNS using Domain Studio. After this, you can select the domain in the drop-down menu under Domain. The admin URL defines the login area for administration of your AutoDNS account. As opposed to the customer URL, this address is only used by you internally. It is made up of the Pro ID, which you received by email, combined with the AutoDNS URL. Please note, if you activate the extended white labeling, you can only log in to your administration area via the admin URL. In the area System Messages, you can also configure the address, name, and reply to address of the sender for system messages. You can specify who is allowed to reset the password automatically under Login. By importing your logo to AutoDNS with drag and drop, the entire interface, including the login screen, adjusts to your corporate design fully automatically. All settings can be reset or corrected at any time. You can also provide different logos for different purposes. So, for example, you can brand your admin interface with your own company logo, while the customer area uses the corporate design of your umbrella brand. Under the tab Legal, you are able to provide the URLs to your terms and conditions, privacy policy, and imprint. Apart from this, you can also configure a help area and provide links, for example, to a help center or ticket system. This allows you to offer your users the support that they require. You are able to define the areas that your customers can see during the checkout process under the tab Content. If the dashboard you configured should also be shared with sub-users or customers, this can be set up easily here. This configuration will then also be visible to your customers. If your menu structure should be adhered to, you can deactivate the menu configuration option for your sub-users. The login page can be adjusted flexibly according to your preferences. This login area will also be used by your customers later. Try out the extended white labeling functions today. Feel free to contact your partner manager if you have any questions about configuration or anything else in AutoDNS. Wishing you success with AutoDNS Pro.